Our top story tonight, 4 mosquitoes known to carry the Zika virus have been found in the region, but the Aedes albopictus mosquitoes all tested negative for the virus. CBC's Jason Viau has been following the story today. Jason, are there any health concerns for residents?
Otto, the Windsor-Essex County Health Unit held a news conference inside their building this morning that's just behind me here off of Olette. They wanted to be very transparent with what they found, and they also said very clearly that there is zero risk to residents in terms of contracting the Zika virus from local mosquitoes.
We have to be concerned. We need to monitor albopictus, but it's not a clear and present danger for Zika virus transmission.
He went on to say the greatest risk to getting Zika continues to be traveling to areas known to have the virus. That's how Windsor received its first case of Zika. It happened at the end of this summer when someone took a trip outside of Canada. Health officials won't say where that was or release any information about the infected person since it's a single case and it could identify them.
The likelihood of this small number of very geographically concentrated albopictus biting what we call a viremic individual, someone with the virus in their blood, and then going on and biting another person is such, I can't think of how tiny that probability is. That's the basis for us saying that there's no risk of infection.
The species of mosquito found here in Windsor isn't the main one causing all of the human infection around the world. Now that one is called the Aedes aegypti, and that's another reason why officials here say they aren't very concerned. Otto.
So Jason, how did these mosquitoes get here, and is there concern they'll come back next year?
Well, it's unclear exactly how they arrived. Officials say it could have been from commercial traffic from the U.S. Health officials also say it's hard to tell if they'll be back next year. They have special traps that will detect the mosquitoes, also known as Asian tigers. The local health unit says there's no evidence to suggest these mosquitoes can establish here, but one Brock University professor disagrees. Fiona Hunter researches infectious diseases carried by mosquitoes.
I would say that Aedes albopictus will eventually establish in southern Ontario as climate changes. We've watched a number of species expand their ranges northward from the United States, and the fact that Aedes albopictus is definitely breeding here, or definitely breeding in Windsor, means that in the future it's likely to do so as well.
This type of mosquito was actually found here in this region before in 2012, but it's the first time the Aedes albopictus was found in Ontario this year. The local health unit is confident that there are no more of these mosquitoes in this region based on testing they've done, and especially since the mosquito season is winding down. Otto.
Good to know. Thanks, Jason.